So I'm a used car dealer and I sell cars that are $5,000 and under. And in this video, I'm actually going to go through some of the cars that we have recently bought, and I'm going to show you exactly what we paid for them and show you what we're selling them for. And that way you can even know what I'm making on my cars. So lately we've actually been trying to buy up a lot more cars than what we have over the last 2 months, because we've actually been a little bit faster on our lot. We've been able to sell quite a few more cars over the last couple weeks. And that has been exactly the opposite of what we've been able to do over the last couple months, because we've been extremely slow over the last 2 months. And I would even use the word dead is what we've experienced, to the tune of me actually losing money in a month. And that's something that I can say that I haven't done in a very long time. And so what I did was actually pull my mechanic back, who buys a lot of my cars for me, and brought his amount down of what he can spend, and brought the kinds of cars that he's usually buying, brought him back from that, because what I was worried about is buying too many cars for my lot that we couldn't sell. And what ended up happening is we went out here and we lowered a lot of our prices, and we cut them a lot quicker than what we usually do when we're actually lowering prices out here on our car lot. And what happened? Well, if you lower your freaking prices, well, you can sell some freaking cars. This is what we hope that lots of other dealers are doing across the country, but what I'm experiencing from auctions right now is they're not exactly doing that, and they're still slow like what we have been over the last couple months. Even though we have sped up, a lot of these other dealers that I'm talking to, they are not experiencing the same kind of thing that I am. So what does that tell me? Well, they're keeping their prices stubbornly high. They're not moving with the market. And I think for a lot of these dealers to actually catch up and be able to move a lot of metal, they're going to have to do the exact same thing that I just did. They're going to have to cut their prices a lot more and a lot faster. And this is how we've experienced some success over the last couple weeks. But if you can see behind me, I've got one row of cars. What I like to have is usually 2 to 2.5 rows of cars out here, and we're not there because we've sold way more than we've been able to buy. So now we're going to ramp up what we're buying, hopefully keep sales going, and we're going to be aggressive with our pricing, still keep our prices lower than what we have been over the last few months. We're not making as much money per car. I'm okay with that. I would rather turn and burn, do volume right now. Let's get through these slow months that traditionally happen throughout the car market. It's just been slower than what we traditionally experience. And that's why we have to stay with the market. Move prices down, move stuff quicker. That's what I want to do. So now let's get into what I've actually bought here lately. All right, so this one behind me is a 2012 Mazda 3. We actually just picked it up. It's in our line of cars for sale right now. I actually don't know what we're selling it for yet. They'll know on the inside, but I can make some guesses. I know about what we try to make on cars. But we just bought this, and we only paid $1,500 for this car. But we'll have buyer fee, things like that. And if you ever see me walk in the lot and you see a car that is in our line for sale, but we don't have the price on it, this is one thing I talk about a lot that aggravates me about a lot of used car dealers, is that they don't actually advertise their price. They don't put stickers on their window. And I don't want you to think that I'm going back on what I said. It just means this car literally just came out today, and they haven't had a chance to put a price on it yet. But we paid $1,500 for it. It's we got like $200 or $300 in fees. I don't know what we have in repairs on it, but if we don't have any repairs on this car, then we'll probably list it for like $3,000 would be my guess, because we try to come out and make like $1,500 on a car when we first list a car. Somewhere around that. I know I'm doing a bunch of crude rounding here, but on average we make about $1,000 a car. But we try to hit our home run the second that we actually list a car. And if it doesn't get sold in 2 weeks, then we'll lower the price by $500. So I probably shouldn't be telling you that either. Think about the transparency of what I'm trying to do here. If we post a car and it doesn't sell for 2 weeks, we'll lower by $500. Just the same thing if we try to make $1,500. We lower it and try to make $1,000. If it sits for another 2 weeks, we lower it and try to make $500 on it. So you can do the easy math there. If it sits for about a month, then we're getting pretty close to break even on some of these cars. So we don't like to hold cars. I want to sell most of the cars that we have out here within 2 to 3 weeks. That's my goal of turning and burning our inventory. That's where I like to be. I like the market to tell me exactly if my price is wrong, if it's an undesirable car. I want to learn that really quickly from the market, and then I will adjust that particular car accordingly. And if it's too high, we know it, we lower it, we sell it there. That's where it should be. And we've got one up here on the hill that I want to point out, because this is not something that we usually are able to buy. It's a Honda Odyssey. It's a 2007, but we only paid $1,500 for it. So this is what we're finding, as a lot of these other car dealers are like not trying to buy cars. And this is another one we just put out, so there's no numbers on it, but that we're able to get deals that fall through the cracks. This is something that really hasn't happened in the last 5 years with vehicles not going through. We have fewer vehicles at auction still. Even today we have way fewer vehicles at auction than what we experienced 6 years ago, but adding that on top of, there was crazy demand over the last few years for a lot of these cars, especially these cheaper used cars, that cars just don't fall through the cracks, because there would be 5-6 dealers on every one of the cars that I actually want to purchase. But now we're finding that, okay, we can have a car go through the auction and it's only me and another guy, or Alex and another dealer that's actually bidding on it. And if we can just bid $100 more than the other guy, then we're able to get it. And this one, I was wrong. We didn't pay $1,500. We paid $1,600 for this one. And after fees and everything, we'll have probably about $2,000 in it when all our repair bills and stuff come in. So probably try it at $3,500. Probably sell it around $3,000 is where we'll end up on it. So I think great deal on a van that we were able to get. That traditionally we're not able to buy stuff like this, at least in the last 5 years or so. Before that, able to buy them all the time. And I also like to point out, this is our main row right here, but this is the first car on our second row. So hopefully within a week or so. I know he bought 6 yesterday at auction, and he's at auction right now buying more cars. And I know I've seen 2 or 3 come through my phone that he's bought. So if we could buy another 10 to 15 cars this week. I would like to sell that many too this week, but if we can buy 15 and we can sell 12, 13, then we're going forward. That's the big thing. But one thing that has been good for us, since we haven't had cars actually for sale, is that, I don't know if you can see down in like our recon area or whatever, but it's empty. And usually if you watch my videos and see what's going on from my car lot, by the way, if you like seeing what I'm dealing with every single day, make sure you subscribe to this channel, because that's exactly what I do here. But usually when you see that, it's filled up over there. But right now, since they're so far ahead, we've actually got more cars for sale than we have in inventory, or at least the last time I checked. And that's rare. Usually if we have like 60, 70 cars, we'll only have 30, 35 of them for sale actually, and the rest of them we'll be working on doing drive cycles, waiting on them to get clean. But since we pulled back on our buying the last couple months, the guys have been called up, and we have more cars for sale right now, at least posted on our website, than we have total. That's a good place to be when we've dealt with what we've had to deal with over the last couple months, but it also means that we don't have a lot of inventory coming in. So it's a good and bad thing. I would like to see us have about a 50-50 split on a regular basis, but we're working back to it, and hopefully soon we'll be able to get a lot more cars out here. And here's an actual real-world example of, you see us doing a price dropper or whatever, and how we try to start out our prices at $1,500 and then drop them after 2 weeks. So this is my inventory sheet. I want to show you, just so you know I'm not lying just for the fact of making a YouTube video here. But this one right here is this 2009 Ford Focus. It's got 183,000 miles. We got 1,800 in it, buyer fees and stuff like that. It's $245. So that's what we have. That's what we have in it, $2,070, and we've had it for 15 days. So that means we've had it one more day than 2 weeks. So we would have started this thing off at $3,500. It goes by 2 weeks, didn't sell it, dropped it, $500. So we were trying to make $1,500. Now we're $930 is what we're trying to make on it. We always round. I hate doing I don't even want the 90, like $35.99, what a lot of car dealers do. I hate that. It's a $3,500 car, or a lot of them will do $49.99. No, it's a $5,000 car. Just you're not going to trick anybody with that $1, right? I don't even like when we're pricing cars, if we're lowering prices, I always lower by $500 because I want a round number, then another round number, then another round number. So we don't even lower prices by $200. Yeah, we're probably losing a little bit of money by not making doing numbers like $3,800, $3,700, $3,200 instead of doing $35,000 or $3,000. But I don't care. I want to be as transparent and as easy for my consumer as possible whenever they're coming up on my lot. If they see it's a $2,500 car, if they see it's a $3,500 car, they know that they're going to be paying $3,500. It's not $34.99. That's always seems so ridiculous to me. I know how psychology and humans work when you're actually trying to sell it, and there's a reason why Walmart and all these other car dealers and all these other businesses put the 99 on it. I get it. I don't like it. It feels greasy to me. It's always felt greasy to me. And this one's a 2011 Hyundai Tucson, however you want to call it. If I call it either one of those names, then people in the comments will always correct me and say it's the other way. So I don't know what you tell me how to pronounce this. But this one is a 2011, and it's only got 138,000 miles, and that's rare for us. So that's why I wanted to point out this car. I typically don't like these cars. Hyundai is notorious for having lifter issues, motor problems, but a lot of the times when we're actually buying Hyundais, we can figure out if it's got those problems just by listening to it. They are really bad about ticking well before the motors are going to be really bad, and this one is running right now. No tick. I don't hear any. So, and because this has lower mileage than what we would typically buy in something like this, then I'm okay with it. But it's 138,000 miles. We paid $2,500 for it. Got a buyer fee of $390. I don't know what auction that was from, but that's ridiculous. A lot of times our buyer fee is not that high, but that's crazy. So we got $2,890 in it before we do any kind of fixing or anything on it. So this will probably be $4,500 car. I don't know if that's good or not. 138,000 miles, maybe 4,500 is good for it. I would anticipate that the market's going to tell us that's too much money for this car. So it's probably going to end up being 4,000, maybe 30, 38. And once we do a little negotiating, we don't do a lot of negotiating, but on something like this where maybe it's a little bit too expensive, just trying to be completely transparent with you guys. Sometimes we pay maybe a little bit more than even I would like to pay for a car to have it out here, but these aren't my favorites. So maybe some people really love these cars and we can sell it for $4,500, no problem. But I would rather own a Toyota or a Honda. All right, Nate just let me know. Actually, the reason why the buyer fee is higher on this is because the auction actually transports the car for us on this, and they add it on to their buyer fee. So usually our buyer fee is not that expensive, but the reason why this one is because we're paying transport for it too. And if I knew what was going on in my business and how to actually run it, then I would know more of these things. So there's Nate. He let me know.